Welcome to another Monday morning vibe check. The series I'm not quite sure I'm going to continue to have named this. And as always, we do the fight with the hair as we begin here. It's just an ongoing thing. My little unicorn hairs have been so broken here lately. Oh, good morning, my friends, and welcome back to another Monday morning vibe check. I'm Safrianna Lughna, the queer spirit guide, and I'm here this morning. I'm not feeling my best. I'm not in my best mood. I've had bad news after bad news over here, so I'm feeling a little bummed out. But I'll get more into that in the personal check. On the collective check, as always, I'm here to pull some cards and to tune into what energy is here. And today, I also am feeling the need to honor the year of the fire horse. Our Lunar New Year begins officially tomorrow with the year of the fire horse. And there is just so much coming down the pike astrologically and so much coming down energetically that I think we just need to take a moment to acknowledge that and see this as the threshold it is. We've got some big astrological movement coming up on the 20th. And this new moon, this eclipse, there's going to be a lot of energy. So today I'm going to pull from the Gateway of Light activation to see what activation is available for us here. And then I'm actually going to pull a tarot card, which I have not ever, I don't think ever done in a Monday morning vibe check, but from my ancient Druid Craft Tarot deck, which is really fun because some friends over here on Substack had been commenting on this deck. Someone else had it. And here I have my extremely ancient copy. You can see it's even miscolored. It's so ancient. This was probably printed back in 2007 or something. But anywho, let's dive in with the Gateway of Light activation and see as we stand on this threshold of this new lunar year, this year of the fire horse, what do we need to know to leave behind? All right. So we need to leave behind, this is the Akashic Stargate card. We need to leave behind past lives that no longer serve us. This is the first message that's coming through. If you have been holding on to, whether it be past lives, or past lives as in the life that you feel like you've lived here on earth prior to now, the life that you have lived here through various iterations and chapters of your life, we are being invited to let it go right now and to move on with aligned purpose. We are being reminded there is no wrong path, that as we stand at the threshold, at the the crossroads, there's no wrong path as long as we are aligned with our purpose. And so here, I just always want to remind us that our purpose being here is to learn, to grow, to love, and to be human. And so, how can you let go of anything that says you shouldn't be human? Anything that is trying to make you bypass this human existence? Release that. Release those past stories, those past lives, so that you can move forward knowing there's no wrong path from here. So maybe in the past, you've been going down a path that you are not so fond of. This is the invitation to move on from that. All right. As we move on and let go of the past, what becomes available to us? Higher heart activation. We drop our shields. We step into more and more divine love, and we allow our hearts to heal. So, as we release the past stories, the past lives, the past chapters of this life, we open up to more and more love, to the sense of this higher heart activation, which allows in more compassion, more creativity, more connection, more courage. And we certainly need that right now. So the message here was kind of like, what do we let go of and what does it bring? So we let go of past stories, past lives, past narratives, and we step into higher heart activation. What portal are we stepping through with the activation of the year of the fire horse? Almost dropped it. Heart of Source, all encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. So, what's available to us this year in the Fire Horse is this full steam ahead energy for ourselves, not for the hustle and grind. In fact, we are collectively moving away from this really aggressive productivity culture. We are moving more into a time of heart coherence and connection and understanding humanity and one another and all of that. So just look at this. Look at the radiant light. We even have the fire colors in here. And imagine galloping forward confidently through the heart of Source into all encompassing unconditional love. So I see this energy of this year of the fire horse really inviting us to be authentic, to shine our light, to use our voice, to pursue our dreams. And in that is the heart of Source, creativity. My own card this morning actually brought up how essential creativity is to me, which absolutely makes sense. But I see that here too, that all of us are being called to be co creative with the universe and the heart of Source rather than feeling diminished, depleted, as if there's no possibilities. There are possibilities for greater out there. And even as we find ourselves in collective turmoil, we are being reminded to anchor into love and Bad Bunny. Go watch Bad Bunny's halftime Super Bowl performance and get that message about the love that we need and how much stronger love is than hate. That is the message here. And I'm just imagining if all of us were in our fire horse energy, free to be us, right? How different would the world be? So I'm just going to pull a tarot card now for the year, if you will, the fire horse year. What is the greatest message or lesson that we can take away from this year of the fire horse ahead? What do you want us to know about this year of the fire horse? All right. Nine of Wands. So we have the Nine of Wands here as our energy of the year. And I love this because this actually has to do with a final challenge. It's caution. So we've been in a period of time where there has been struggle. There is no denying that. But we have been waiting for the next issue, the next conflict that we believe is going to appear. And we have been in our energy of worry that just when the struggle seems like it's getting better, that something else is going to come along. And this feeling is potentially justified, especially in our collective right now. But we are being invited to remember that the final battle truly is an internal one where we come to grips with the source of our fears and the conflict that ultimately springs not from outside, but from inside. And so this is really like, hey, listen up. All the stories you spin up, all the conflict that you worry about, be in the present. Don't make up stories worse than they are. It's okay to remain cautious, and it's okay to acknowledge that there are problems on the horizon, but we don't need to isolate ourselves as a mean of defense. We don't have to push away from humanity. The challenge is to open to wholeness and healing. So this makes sense as a collective card for this year of the fire horse, that we need to stop standing in the past of being wounded and start moving forward in the present towards compassion, towards love, towards self-care, towards healing and openness that are ready and waiting to be poured into us by the universe. So yes, it's reasonable that we stay a little cautious. It's reasonable that we understand there are going to be some trials ahead. But to understand the greatest challenges within us, to work with what's happening in here, the struggles in here, the things we feel are insurmountable in here, so that we can navigate what is ours to navigate and do what is ours to do. So that is our tarot message for the year of the fire horse. A direct one, but I think not a bad one. We need these reminders that times can be tough. And yes, we have, in so many cases, been victims. We're also survivors. We have survived so much as a species, and we can rise together. I so believe that. I believe that we can do this together, that it is through the power of us as individuals doing our individual work that pours out into the community and allows collective healing to take place. So I continue to stand in that belief and do my best to hold the faith. So those are the cards for today. I will recap here. We're being invited to let go of the past that has wounded us. And remember that right here, right now, as long as we are aligned with our purpose, there is no wrong path forward. But it would be the wrong path forward to continue to clutch onto the wounds of the past. When we let go of those wounds, when we release the past, we open to higher heart activation where anything is possible through the lens of love. We are able to drop our shields. We are able to receive more love of the divine. We are able to be healed through this openness in our heart. And what the year of the fire horse brings to us is the heart of source. It invites us in to be with the all-encompassing love of spirit, to unconditionally accept who we are and who we came here to be in our divine blueprint, and to gallop forward with all of the energy that comes with that, to embrace that, and to find serenity and peace in that as well. And then finally, from the tarot, the Nine of Wands is our message of caution. It's a reminder that the struggle is real, but the struggle is also greatest internally. And that if we can see ahead of that, if we can put some of the burdens down, if we can release the past, maybe we don't have to carry so much of this wounding into the future. So tread cautiously, but not clutching onto your worries. Look within, allow what is surfacing within to rise to the surface, to be looked at, to be healed, to be alchemized, to be whatever word you want to use with it. Because that is the way through. And that is really where the conflict moves towards resolution, is within us. So those are our messages from the cards. And, for this week ahead, as we transition into the year of the fire horse, for this week ahead, as we stand at collective crossroads, may we remember to love ourselves, to be so compassionate with ourselves, and to embrace this energy that is available to us ahead. May we go gently into the astrological madness that is arising on the horizon. Uh, So, on my personal note, I'm feeling very heavy today. Unfortunately, we lost our contract on the park house. We had another buyer fall through for personal reasons, and that is just weighing heavily on me. We've gotten to the point where we've done almost as much as we can do in the house just to prepare it for a next buyer, and financing and all kinds of other factors have weighed in on people looking to buy right now. And oh my gosh, like I'm looking at interest rates right now, and I can't even imagine trying to buy a house right now. And I know that our lovely, lovely, see sarcasm, administration is not making things more affordable for people, and the interest rates are continuing to stay really high right now. So I don't know what the future brings. I know I have to hold the faith that the right people, as I've been doing in my prayers, that the perfect people will purchase Park House, and just hold that faith, because it's a beautiful home by a beautiful park and a beautiful art gallery. And I just want to see those halls filled with laughter again, and this sense that she's well loved, and the family is well loved by the home and all of that. So I'm definitely feeling sad. I'm feeling disappointed. Um, but I have to trust that that means that these were not the perfect people for Park House, that, their circumstances, it wouldn't have been ideal for them. And so I'm just holding that. And then otherwise, on a personal note, today might be the last day working on book one's quality of life overhaul. So if you've been following along, The Wind Sings Sorrow. Gosh, that's been a journey. Long story short, published back in July, sent out copies to the first wave of readers that pre-ordered, with the first edition printing, and then lifed, I think, pivoted to Park House and has continued to be. And I finally was like, I need to get back in with my quality control and my red pen and just catch any of those last minute pesky typos, smart quote errors, etc. I have completed my whole read through and taken my notes. And at this point, I just need to input the changes. So there is a chance that the next printing of this book will be rolling out here in the next few days, which is really exciting. But also, I'm still going slow. We've got eclipse tomorrow. It just feels like a wild time right now. Very topsy-turvy in so many ways. So I'm just being gentle with myself as much as I can be. I hope you are being gentle with you. Please feel free to join me tomorrow for the new moon eclipse ceremony on YouTube. I will make sure it is linked, or if you're watching this video on YouTube, you're in the right place. So just come back tomorrow at 4 p.m. and catch the replay. But otherwise, yeah, I'll make sure that it's linked here, and I have a feeling it's going to be potent. I have a lot going on tomorrow. I'm getting a tarot with my dear friend, Dr. Melissa Bird. I have an intuitive session with my dear friend, Red Moon Eagle. And then I'm going to be running moon ceremony. So it's just going to be transformation central over here tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing what comes through, because I am definitely feeling the slump and the last minute shedding today. So letting the snake go, shedding the skins, releasing the past. That's what we're here to do now. So I love you, my friends. Please take care of yourself. Know that I am right here if you need me. Please know that my community, my free community, the Rebel Elements, is now open. I'll also make sure that that link is below. That is a private community space where we can talk about nature, creativity, magic, the moon, all that fun stuff. So feel free to join me over on the Rebel Elements, and don't hesitate to reach out if I can support you in some way. All right, my friends, until next time, I'm Safrianna Lughna. Bye for now.